All right. Here we are, day 3 of a 5-day event whose the sole goal, yes, it's actually a soul goal, yes. But the main objective of this week is just for me to offer you embodied experiences through guided meditations that come into me in real time and allow you to have the experience of what it feels like to have a calm mind and enter your body, have it relax. And then from there, the heart can open more and more. And all healing happens through the heart. You know, we live with a condition that's called the mind-made self. And it so wants to find a solution to what it perceives as a problem. And the deepest truth for all of us to connect to is to realize what your mind sees as a problem, that needs a solution, is really just your body calling out for you to come back to center, bring yourself back into your body so that your conscious awareness expands itself throughout your body instead of being hijacked into living in a very small space called our lower mind, really, because the higher mind is a much faster space. So during the whole week, my goal is just always to teach this very, very simple 3-step process that allows us to move the energies in us that need to be moved. You know, like when we talk about trapped energies or trapped emotions, it is energy that is seeking to regain its natural state of flow and movement. And it can't do it without us coming back to where it is and holding it. It's like the stuff in our body that's lodged there cannot find its way back to movement and flow without us, the steward, the conscious being, coming back to hold it. And that is the key to all healing. It really is. It's really not more complicated than that. How does healing happen? It happens by you going where the healing is needed and holding that space with a loving intention and a focused attention. It's like, in a nutshell, that's what it comes down to. So the 3-step system that I've been teaching all week is very simple. It's like, whatever is going on in your body that needs your attention is experienced by the mind as something that it's trying to figure out how to stop or how to alleviate or how to fix it or how to, you know, like it's in that place of how do I make that go away? How do I fix this? How do I that? How do I this? So anything in your body that needs you to go meet it is manifested in your head as some kind of repetitive thinking. They're like loops of thought that come back. You know, we call them worrying, things that we worry about. That's a very good example of a repetitive thought pattern. Catching yourself, you know, like learning to be lucid enough that you catch yourself and you're like, oh, I'm in there again. Once again, I'm in that place of like, I got to figure out how to, I got to. As soon as we're there, it's like, if only we could understand, it's like, yay. My mind is letting me know that there's somewhere I need to go. There's somewhere I need to go in me. Your mind doesn't understand that that's what it's doing. Your mind is trying to find the solution to what it considers to be a problem. And it's trying to find it in there, or it's trying to find it out there in the world. And it's like, what we want to do is we want to like drop into the body, because once you're aware of that repetitive thought or whatever, something that's worrying you, as soon as you're aware of that, Your job is just to hear that. You don't listen with your entire body, heart, and soul to what's going on in your mind. You hear it, you notice it, and that's your cue. It's like, check, okay, what's going on here? So you hear it with your head, and then you drop into your body. You drop into your body, because whatever your mind is chattering about is actually something happening deeper in your body. It could be in the physical body. It could be in the emotional body. It could be like there's more than one energy body, but you're not going to meet the energy there if you stay in the place where you're thinking about it. So this 3-step system is like you hear it with your head, hear with your head, and then you drop into your body so that you can feel with your body. This is what your body is. Your body is a sensorial organ. It feels things. Emotions flow through it. So the body is where you want to go. You want to go in the body to assess, okay, where is that happening in my body? And like it's subtle energy, right? So you might notice it's like, oh, there's some kind of tightness happening below my throat, or oh, I feel like a ball in my plexus, or oh, I feel a weight on my shoulders, or I feel that there's something in my back. A lot of places, and this is the beauty, is that we hold energies at many different places in our bodies. I once had a client with, as soon as we started working, it's like, it was all in their ankles. It's like most of the work we did was in their ankles. So it's not just like, you're not just going to feel it in your throat or your heart or your this chakra or that chakra. It's like, we are so creative that we can bring these energies that we don't know how to process mentally, in many, many, many areas of our bodies. And a lot of these patterns and blocked energies, we put them there when we were very young. And that's so important to understand, because your conscious mind will not be able to understand what you as a pre-linguistic being were doing. It can't. And that's a good thing, because it means we stop doing it there and we actually go in the body intelligence and the body wisdom, because that's where it is. And everything we're holding from childhood, almost all of it, is not, it's not words. It's not sentences that make sense. It's deep feelings, generally speaking, pretty uncomfortable, but they are deep feelings, and they need us to go meet them. So step 1, you hear what's going on in your head, that chatter that lets you know, oh, I need to go somewhere. You drop into your body. It's like you switch the organ that you're receiving the information with, and you feel in your body, where is this happening? And what does it feel like? You will know that you're doing this well when that feeling amplifies. Because like, if it's just our mind, like we're staying in the mind and we're kind of like, oh, there's something going on down there, we're still in our minds. The more you literally like bring yourself in your body and you go where that feeling is, that feeling will start amplifying. And for most of us, it's like, oh, and then we go back in our heads. And it's like, no. This is good. This is good. The amplification is letting you know you're actually there. You're actually going there. So that's step 2. You feel it in your body. And step 3 is you listen. You listen with your heart. Listening is a full body experience. All of your being is involved in it. And that's why you want to learn to listen with your heart and not with your head. Because when we are listening, deep, deep listening, all of the power of your belief is brought there. So if we think about this for a second, we're much better off listening with our hearts than listening with our head. Our head lets us know what the fears are. Our heart actually lets us know that these fears are just in need of love. They just need us to go there and hold them. And when we do go there and hold them, right? So like you feel it in your body, and then when you start listening with your heart, that's the equivalent of you holding that energy. You hold it so gently and lovingly. There is no agenda. There is no, okay, I'm gonna go hold you so that you can like get over whatever you're going through so that you can leave me alone and I can go back in my head. Yeah, well, that's not gonna work. And that's often what we do. We're trying to get rid of things. What if these feelings in your body are great, great gifts? There's great gifts hiding in them. In the mentorship program I have, like we talk about that often, it's like there is deep wisdom in your wounds, very deep wisdom. If you are willing to go there and hold them and let them feel seen and heard and held, and that way they can open up. And you, as this conscious, loving being that you are, this heart-centered being connected to your soul, as you hold these energies and they feel safe, it's almost like they open up like a flower. They open up once they feel safe enough with you that you will stay there. And you're not just there for 5 minutes because you want to go do something and you want them to shut up. As soon as they know that it's really true that you are here, you're not going anywhere, and you're not asking anything of them, you just want to be there with them and hold them. And that, staying in that place and having that open up, gets the energy back in movement. And something incredible happens. Not only are there gifts hidden within these energies that don't feel comfortable, not only that, but when you stay long enough for that energy to feel heard and it comes back, it reintegrates itself in your heart, the mental chatter that was going on to try to figure out a way to solve that problem stops. Because that's not there. Whatever was going on in the body, screaming to be like, hello, I need help over here. Once you've brought it back into your heart and let it know how safe it is with you, that little ding, ding, ding going on in your head recedes. And this is such, it's almost like we've got it upside down, you know, we've tried like, you know, like 20 years of talk therapy about something, and we've got it all organized in our heads and we've fixed it, you know, and then lo and behold, it didn't go anywhere. You just reshuffled this stuff in different places. And then something happens and boom, it comes right back. And you're like, what? I just did 20 years of talk therapy. What's going on here? Yeah, talk therapy is in your mind. We can circumvent, we can bypass decades worth of talk therapy by simply having the courage to go where the feeling is, to go in our body. And you know, it's probably the most courageous act that we will do, because we live in a society where everything is about processing with your mind, and that feels safe. And ironically, it's the less safe place you could ever be, because every question, like every solution to every problem, brings a new problem. Every answer to a question brings a new question. It's just, it never ends. But when you go where something is and you hold it and you allow it to, just finally feel held and heard, all it wants to do is come back in your heart. No wounded parts of us want to stay disconnected from our heart center. They don't know how to come back, and they don't feel safe because you're not really there. You're up here. This is where we want to be. The heart of your soul, your essence, God, source, whatever words we want to use, lives in the center of your being. It lives in your heart. It pulsates from here. It vibrates from here. And that's the work. That's the work. We want to go from here back to the heart space. That's the biggest job we have right now with ascension energies. And it's like, this stuff is hitting us so hard. And a lot of the things in our bodies that need to be loved and held and embraced so that they can be transmuted, evolved, dissolved, whatever is the right, frequency for them, it's going to get louder and louder. This stuff is going to get louder and louder because it is time now that we do this work and we become deeper and deeper, more deeply embodied in our heart space. It's like another way of saying it is we need to ground our essence. Just like ground it in your heart space. It's like, I am here now. Here, not here, here. Another really easy way, fun way of saying that, like I just heard, who did I hear talking about that? I think it was Sadhguru or something. It was beautiful. He just said, feeling lost and alone is the natural state of your mind when it's not grounded in your heart. It's like when we're just in here, we feel lost and alone because the mind needs to be grounded in the heart. The mind needs to be in service to soul essence, in service to God, in service to source. And then and only then does it know its place. Or else it's like literally scurrying around trying to figure out what's my source, what's my this, what's my that, what's the meaning? How do I know this is right? How do I know that? Of course it's going to be like that. It's trying to understand reality by either looking at itself, a mind looking at itself. No, okay, that's fine when you're doing deep philosophical inquiries a la Descartes. That's fine, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you find the deeper meaning, and it doesn't help you find your soul. Even Descartes ended up with, I think, therefore I am. And it's like, no. Flip it around. I am. And therefore I'm able to think and feel and this and that. It's like, just flip it. That's the problem with looking in the mirror for too long at your mind, So what a beautiful way of saying it. Your mind needs to be grounded in your heart in order to know what it is and who it serves. Or else we're just spinning an ego. This gets me very excited, and then my brain starts going too fast. I'm like, do this and do that, and then it's like, no, whoa. So the goal of doing something like that 3-step system is in order to have a calm mind and a relaxed body. These two conditions, these two states are what allow the heart to open. We calm the mind, we relax the body, and the heart opens. And your heart has a form of intelligence that is vaster and more in the moment than your mind will ever have. And we even have beautiful sayings for that. We have, the heart has reasons that reason will never understand. The more we open up to living from our heart space, the more we are able to process, to respond to energy in real time, not through the interface of the mind that's trying to figure out how we're going to do it. So that calm mind and that relaxed body is what I want to play with today in the meditation. And the meditation that I want to do with you today is very much about harmonizing the head and heart connection. So important. Another way of saying that is aligning the body-mind connection. To align the body-mind connection is essential to opening up the heart space. So let's play a little bit with that. You know, there's resources out there that are a bit different from what I do, such as the Heart Math Institute, which a lot of it will be about regulating breath in order to harmonize the head heart. I work a lot with visuals and emotional connections so that we bring the body and like the sensations in the body, the emotions in the emotional body, the visuals through the mental body, and the expansion through the spiritual body. That's kind of how I like to work. I like to work with all four of those at once. And that's what I want to do with you right now. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. Exhaling is about just, it's like gravity that just brings you more centered into your body. Just understanding that the center of your being is in the middle of your chest. And I already feel heart expansion. That's beautiful. And before we start the meditation, we always start by asking to be more conscious of the triple heart connection. And that is simply this line of energy, this line of conscious energy that goes through you, through your crown, through your central line, all the way into the heart of the earth. And this line is always there. It's impossible that it not be there. But what we do by becoming more aware of it and feeding it consciously is we amplify it. So you are connected to the heart of the earth, and the loving energy of Gaia comes up through that line into your body, into your heart. And you're also connected upwards all the way to the heart of Source, all the way to the heart of God. And it just beams down that spiritual love. It enters the crown, flows down, enters the heart. And these two energies mingle there. It's like the mother and the father, the earth and the sky. And you are the bridge. Your heart is the bridge. Your heart is the source of this beautiful experience that your soul gets to have, to be in a body. The deeper you can go in your heart, the more you will remember the joy There is such a deep joy. We just kind of forgot because we were like hanging out in our minds trying to find solutions to problems. And that's not very joyful. That's very serious. But your heart space, your sacred heart space knows, it knows that existence is a celebration. It's like there's a party going on and it is waiting for you to come back into your heart so you can expand into the vastness and start remembering you are an integral part of this. You are not a problem. You have never been a problem. You are a pillar of light. You are a courageous soul that accepted to come here on earth and experience matter. And that is very much worth celebrating. Just taking a couple of moments to be very, very aware. This line is so solid. You in full awareness of being one with the heart of God and one with the heart of the earth makes you such a strong pillar. It's like even letting that kind of like lift you up a bit. Lift up your back. Bring space between your vertebrae. So the most important element of the body-mind connection is your nervous system, your central nervous system. And this starts with your brain and it goes all the way down to the tip of your spine. And we hold a lot of energies there. And today I want us to work with a very, very powerful color. It is a light blue energy that is very silvery. It's like there's silver powder in it. And I want you to start feeling that energy flowing around. It flows in your brain. It flows into your spine. And there's actually a movement to this. It's such an interesting thing to realize. We have a liquid that goes through all of the spine and it surrounds all of the brain. And it's a liquid that is always moving. It's called like the cerebro something liquid. It's always moving and it moves. It goes up around the top of your head. It circles from the forehead back towards the brain. And then it goes down into the center of the brainstem. And then it flows down the inside of the spine. It flows all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the tailbone. And from there, it flows back up. And it flows back up the spine, up the spine, up the neck, re-enters the brainstem, flows all the way to the top of the brain. And around the forehead, once again, it just loops back. So this movement of this liquid is always happening. This never stops. This is a deep, deep flow to enter into. I want you to have fun. Your mind participates to this process because your mind is what holds the intention of us bringing silvery light blue energy in this liquid. And your body participates to this process because it helps us to feel, to have the physical sensation of that liquid moving around. Very subtle, but just focus deeper and deeper. Your emotional body gets to participate to this because it gets to be in that flow. Light blue, silvery energy. So let's start by just enjoying following that flow, being in it as a focal point of attention. So let's start from the brainstem and let us flow down the inside of the spine. Just nice and slowly, we go down the neck, into the torso, flowing with that liquid, down towards the lumbar, the lower back, down towards the sacrum. And the tailbone is like a little slide. Woo, and then start coming back up. There's no effort. This liquid is constantly flowing in you. It doesn't have a concept of gravity. It flows up, tailbone, sacrum. We're flowing on the outside of the spine now, the outer side of the spine, lower back, flowing with this liquid. Starting to enter the thoracic part where all the ribs connect to the spine. Take your time here. Around we go. Ooh, there's like a nice little amplification that happens when we pass by the heart. Upper back. And the neck. Ease and flow as we go up. And we go up. And we just go above the brain. This is like a beautiful membrane of liquid all around the brain. And we're going towards the front, towards our frontal area. And there's that place. Find that place. See if you can literally feel that place where there's that little curve. And then it starts going back towards the inside of the brain. Back to the brainstem. Okay. Now, your consciousness is able to gaze in a way that your mind doesn't really understand. And I want you to practice this gazing by becoming aware of all of that liquid and all of its flow at once. It is a unified movement. Start noticing what that does in your heart space. Your body is so happy when you are bringing so much attention and intention into it. Because it's like, for your body, you're coming home. All at once. Feel all the flow of that cerebral liquid at once. All of it. As much on the top of your head as the bottom of your tailbone. Everywhere. It is a flow. It is a unified movement. It's all moving together. And if ever you catch your mind, it's like, well, I'm not sure how to do that. It's like, your mind doesn't know how to do that. That's okay. Your mind learns from you doing that. You, the consciousness. You, the being. This is just about expanding our awareness of what we are. You are able to be the sensation in your body, the emotions, the thoughts. You can be all that at once because you are the being in which all of that is happening. And that being lives within your heart. All right, so let's let that flow of liquid, it's always happening, but you have just fed it wonderful high frequency and energy. And with your intention, you simply, it's like you bless it. You blessing yourself is a very powerful experience. Bless you. It's like this liquid of life. And now I want us to go deeper than the liquid, deeper than the liquid. Just ask your body to be connected to your central nervous system. And this is an incredible thing to experience because your central nervous system is, it's like this, it's all in your spine. It goes all the way up in your head. It feeds all of the brain structure, but also it goes out between each of the ribs, each of the vertebrae, and it feeds your entire body. Your nervous system is such an important part of you that you need to learn to work with consciously. Our nervous systems, generally speaking, are taxed. They are very stressed out by a lot of things, but mostly because our mind is trying to figure out how to fix things that aren't going on at its level. The central nervous system is a much better place to aim. So once again, with that beautiful silvery light blue energy, this energy, it's like liquid and it is so alive. It's so alive. You could almost feel the pulsation of life in this liquid. And we just want to offer this to our central nervous system. So it's like deep within the spine. Deep within the spine. Imagine that beautiful color flowing. Imagine it filling up all of the inside of the spine, filling up all of the brainstem, and filling up all of the brain structure. And the silvery energy is the frequency that it carries. If I would put it in words, it would be, it's safe to let it go. It's safe to evolve. For us to evolve, we need to let go of what holds us back. So that silvery energy is such an ally. We're not trying to get rid of anything in our nervous system. Letting go of something doesn't mean getting rid of it. Letting go of something means that you finally give it what it needs. It needs you to hold it so it can finally dissolve whatever isn't needed and reintegrate what is. So today we're doing that specifically and directly in the central nervous system. Just keep coming back to that shiny, shiny, silvery, light blue energy. It is pulsating. It is so alive. And it is everywhere in your spine. It is everywhere in the brainstem and then leads into the brain structure. And all we're doing right now is we are offering this. And you might still feel the liquid moving around on the outside of where we are, and that's great. Right on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the brain structure that's wonderful. Experience this as you're just hanging out in yourself right now. You're not trying to make it do anything. It's a pure gift. Receive this silvery light blue energy and do whatever is best for you with it. There's no agenda. Let that get shinier and shinier, all of your brain structure, all of the inside of your spine. And it's like, it's filling up with this energy so much that we are going to start allowing it to come out into the body between every single one of your vertebrae. There are nerves. They're like nerve extensions from that central nervous system, and they come out into your body. The ones at the top of the neck are all like, they're all enmeshing into your brain structure. The ones in the middle of your neck feed the neck and also the shoulders. The ones in the torso feed, they go through all the ribs. They're like little, they have little roadways around the ribs, and they go into all of the organs, the lungs, the heart, the digestive system. So just nice and slowly, start allowing from the top. Let's go straight from the top of the neck, right at that first vertebra. You can even use an exhale to open it up. Exhale is like you are using your loving intention and focused attention to allow this silvery light blue energy to flow into these nerve endings, and allowing them to flow. They go all around your skull, they go in your face. Silvery light blue energy. I'm getting a really nice visual. It's like inhaling, focusing your attention on one vertebra. Exhale, allowing that liquid, silvery light blue energy to flow through the nerve extensions. Inhaling, going to the next vertebra below it. Exhaling, allowing that silvery light blue energy to flow out from between the vertebrae, flowing into the neck. And just keep doing this. Inhaling, you're bringing your attention one vertebra at a time. Exhaling, sending out this silvery light blue energy through the nerve extensions. This is pure, this is pure love for your body, what you're doing when you do this. Just keep going down. Each inhale, you focus on the lower vertebra. Exhale, allowing that wonderfully healing, silvery, light blue energy. Like some of the nerves in the middle of our neck or the lower neck, they're very big and they go all the way down our arms, all the way to the fingertips, flowing that calming, soothing, silvery, light blue energy. Every inhale, you focus on a lower vertebra. You exhale out through the nerve extensions. I love this because I can kind of feel where we're all at. It's like I feel the middle of the middle, upper middle back right now. And remember, these nerve endings, they also feed the organs. So it's like offering this soothing, silvery light blue energy to the nerves that wrap around your lungs and wrap around your heart and your thymus. You might even notice and feel how some of these nerves, they literally go all around the rib cage, all around the rib cage to the front. It's kind of like multi-dimensional. Inhaling into these vertebrae, exhaling, allowing that liquid, silvery, light blue energy to flow through the nerve endings. Ah, yeah, lower and lower. Let's let it feed the liver, the pancreas, the stomach, the diaphragm. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, it's about just a little bit above the lower back now. Inhaling, exhaling. We're getting close to some of the nerves around here once we get into the middle lumbars. We'll go all the way down to the legs. But before we get there, we are feeding the nerve extensions that hold and wrap around our digestive system, our intestines, the small one, the large one. These are places where we want to bring this soothing energy because an open heart is very easy to access when our nervous system has gone from fight and flight into rest and digest. Rest and digest. Not just the food, but the thoughts and the experiences and the energies. So we inhale, we focus the attention on the vertebra. We exhale, we bring that liquid, soothing, healing, silvery, light blue energy into the nerves that feed all of the digestive system. Yes. Ah, here we go. Here we are. We're like entering the lower back. About two inches slash 6 centimeters above the sacrum. We enter into L4, L5, which are two very important vertebrae where some of the biggest nerves of our body, they come out from between these vertebrae and they feed the entire legs. They go down your legs. They go down into your buttocks, the back of your legs, the front of your legs. That's where sciatica is. Sciatica gets flared by worrying. So here we are bringing the soothing, silvery, light blue energy. It's safe to change. It's safe to let go. Letting that flow all the way down into the nerves of your legs. I love silvery light blue energy. It's so soft and soothing, yet it's so powerful. And here we are going towards the sacrum. Let's take a couple of breaths in here because the sacrum is actually like about 5 different bones that all got merged together. So we inhale that silvery light blue energy into the sacrum and just give yourself a chance because there's more than one area where the nerves come out of the sides of the sacrum. Some of them feed your reproductive system. Some of them feed, the last part of the digestive system, the anal area. These are very, very important energy centers. So inhaling into the sacrum, exhaling, sending that liquid energy out through the nerve extensions that come out of the sacrum on both sides. Feeling that spread in your hips, feeling that spread in your reproductive system. So soothing. And bringing some attention down to the tailbone for a couple of seconds. And now we're going to do just like we did with that liquid. Become aware. Gaze with all of your being, inhaling through into all of the spine at once, exhaling through all of the nerve extensions at once. It's like full central nervous system breathing. Inhaling deep into the spine, exhaling out of all the nerve endings that come out of each of the vertebrae. Couple more breaths. Like it's so simple. You inhale, you concentrate your attention in the spine. You exhale, you expand the field of your attention to all of your body. And your nervous system actually goes beyond only the central and the peripheral. It goes into the Wi-Fi, which is all your aura. So just give that a couple of breaths. Inhaling into the spine, that silvery light blue energy. Exhaling through the nerve endings and beyond the body, all the way into the aura. feeding this beautiful silvery light blue energy to all of you. Just come back, focus on your heart for a second, because for me, the heart feels so wonderful right now. I can feel that celebration. It's like you are fully in yourself right now. Your nervous system is like, whoo, oh, yes. That rest and digest state is what allows you to have that open heart that just knows its place. It knows it is. This is all about celebration. This is all about remembering who you are. And just let that heart expansion happen. Just like this is one of the best usage of your mind you can do right now is you create a set point. You tell your mind, notice how my body feels right now. This is normal. And it's like a gift. We bring this gift from the heart up to the mind, up to the headspace. It's a gift. Beautiful. For me, as I do that, as I bring this gift from my heart space up to my mind, what happens is I feel the crown. I feel like the top of my mind, the top of my head open up. And that is such a beautiful feeling. An open mind, an open heart, and an open mind. Just anchor this deeply in yourself, giving yourself this awareness. Okay, this is how it feels when I'm here. Check. Oh, so yummy. I hope you enjoyed this meditation. Take your time, like, you just kind of like slowly move your body. It's not like you're not in your body right now, but you just kind of bring it back to the moving, oh yeah, 3D thing going on. Nice and slow. I love doing this. Thank you so much.